We are going to Nashville knee and shoulder surgeon who fixed the ACL in my left knee, which had been completely destroyed.
The most random thing ever. Well, I walked out of the arena and I was like, how am I going to exercise today?
Looking good.
Thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, good job. I'm just walking. So I walk out and I see people running and I realize it's more than just like a couple runners. It is like runners and they have numbers. So I asked the lady, I said, what's going on? She's like, oh, you're at mile 13 or 14 of a marathon. And I started walking it, and I was like, really? I can't just go and walk just a couple. I had to walk the rest of it.
And by the time I got to college, I had weighed 240, 250, and I remember one day weighing myself, and I weighed 297 pounds. So undoubtedly, I weighed over 300 pounds at one point.
All my life I've been overweight and I've struggled with that issue and self-esteem issues, and I knew I had to do something to change my life dramatically. What really inspired me to lose the weight is seeing Ben work hard and lose all the weight.
When it came down to it, I don't think I really didn't love myself, and I got fed up with living that lifestyle, just poking fun at myself.
In early '09, there was just a big change that happened in him, and he just made a decision to put the extra effort in and to really try and be disciplined, and it worked, paid off, he did it.
Man, I can remember when he came to us and said, hey, this is my plan, I'm going to start losing weight. And I remember he set out goals, and he said, I want to lose 3 pounds a week from now until our album releases.
So I started eating right, and that was the first thing that happened. And then I started to exercise, and it was tough. I was my wife and I lived in an apartment in Nashville here, and I remember going to this we had this little terrible workout room, and it had it was like a little treadmill, and it faced a concrete wall, and I'd go run on that. And I started running, and I would go as long as I could. Wasn't very much, but my commitment was really to do that every day.
The moment that I realized that I needed to do something about my weight was when I tried on every single outfit in my closet and hated. This was a Sunday. I hated myself in every outfit in my closet, and I ended up not going to church that day just because I didn't like the way I looked.
I started to run every day. I ran 2 miles a day. I started doing 2 miles a day in the morning, and then that became addicting, and I was doing it twice a day, and then I was doing 2 miles 3 times a day, until eventually I had lost, in 7 months I lost 100 pounds.
You know, by the time he got to the end of August and he was at his goal, I remember him telling all of us, him and his wife Carrie, they went out and he was going to go shopping. You know, he was putting on jeans and trying different sizes, and he got down to like maybe like a 32 or 31, and he just told us, he's like, man, we just broke down. Like his wife started crying, and it was a really neat moment. He had reached his goal.
Essentially what happened in that period of time is a person that didn't believe in themselves I started to believe in myself, and a person that didn't love themselves, I started to love myself. And it's kind of a crazy thing, and sort of what I've come to learn from all of that is that wasn't really about weight loss. it was a lot about discipline and doing the right thing.
My mindset changed entirely from the moment I started working out to now. I feel energized, and my mind, I feel beautiful, and I never thought that would come out of my mouth ever. Growing up, never thought that, but I really feel that I can do anything. So
I went from this person that felt hopeless, helpless, unlovable, to somebody that became an avid runner, and it's not running that, you know, that changed my life. It's really deciding to make the right choices, and it went it spilled out into all the other areas of my life.
Lay down for me, bud. How you been playing?
Been good.
Better than before?
Yes.
Good. Well, I get some credit for that, don't I?
Yeah.
Squeeze that muscle as hard as you can. Squeeze this one. That's really good. I mean, your muscle's smaller, but the tone is excellent. Swelling's pretty much gone. Starting to believe?
Yeah.
Sort of?
Yeah. A little bit.
All right. Let's see here. We are how many months out now?
Is it 3?
3.5.
3.5.
Right. I think it's doing well. I mean, you know, considering we use your own tissue, that's about as good as you can be doing.
Awesome.
All right. I'm going to get you back again in about 6 weeks.
All right.
Okay. If you work real hard, that might be it.
I guess at the end of all of that, I was able to see, you know, losing 125 pounds in 10 months, to see my story, other people that were encouraged by it, and then I've had multiple people have told me they've lost over 100 pounds, and that my story somehow spoke to them and motivated them to change their lives. And so it's funny the ripple effect that has when somebody else, you can model that for somebody else, model discipline, or just funny the effect that can have.
Ben's story goes beyond those that are trying to lose weight. It goes beyond that to a place where you can change who you are.
The Invisible Man. Man, these guys kind of treat you like family. And